Hey, what's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So what I got for you today is a little bit of a follow-up from yesterday's video when we were talking about the changes that are going to be coming to our channel. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was our speculation videos that we were going to do, our opinion pieces, that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not sure exactly how you want me to tackle this subject. There's a couple different ways that I can go about doing this. I could just go off the handle and talk about crazy speculations of like how characters may have come to the decisions that they came to. I could go into the past timeline or whatever and, you know, do a whole bunch of speculation as to if they show back up again in the future, like what they're going to do. This is talking about in reference to characters that haven't appeared in Soul Calibur 6, by the way. So we're talking about characters like Olkadon and Revenant, and even the bonus characters like Shura, Kamakiri Musi, stuff like that. Even so far as stuff that's, you know, speculatory for SCVI or Viola and stuff like that. I just want to know exactly how you guys want me to handle this, because I know some of you guys like my factual stuff, but I do kind of want to have some fun with this and involve the community in some way. I was even kind of thinking about starting a kind of like choose your own adventure kind of thing where we tell parts of the story and then I give you some options in a poll on the community page and you can choose between which option we go with for the next part of the story. I thought that'd be something that'd be neat or something, but we can talk about that when the time comes. But there's a lot of characters that haven't shown up yet. If any of you know, my favorite aesthetic character, the non-cast character, is probably Shura, which was a bonus character from Soul Calibur 4. If any of you don't know, a bunch of artists were in a contest and were commissioned to create Soul Calibur characters, and they would appear in the game as bonus characters, and she was one of them. So Project Soul doesn't exactly own total rights over that character, which is why those bonus characters haven't shown up since then. They'd have to contact the artist and give them proper permissions and probably pay them at that point, because they veered on the side of things that weren't in Soul Calibur's control or Bandai Namco's control, such as their weapons. Like Kamakiri Musi has like a double-sided mace, for example. Or I'm sorry, that's not Kamakiri Musi, that was Ocelot. One of them, she had a spear. Shura had like dual katanas, even though she used Cervantes style. And they designed outfits that were put directly into the game based on those artist creations. So they don't own the rights to those, but I would like to try and come up with some fun ways to incorporate them into the current lore, or the current story, or however that may turn out. But I also really want to talk about characters that are pre-existing, that haven't shown back up yet, for one reason or another. We can talk about how they will possibly come into play in Soul Calibur 7, what have they been doing this time. There's a lot of things that I could go into. There's a couple characters I've seen you guys like mull over and present to me. Olkadon comes up a lot, Pierre comes up a lot. I've seen sporadically some cases of Revenant or even Edgemaster, because although he's in the game and in the Soul Chronicles and in Libra of Soul, he's not a playable character. I also kind of want to do a series on the psychology of characters, if that makes any sense, like go into what their motivations are for certain decisions that they've made. This would help with having a little bit of a psychology backing. I would hope that we would be able to go into something of, you know, just like what motivated this character to make this decision. For example, when Voldo is chasing after the shadow person in his story, like what motivated him to go after that? You know what I mean? Like what pushed him to pursue that? I think a lot of these ideas are interesting and haven't been fleshed out, but these are just an example of some of the things I want to do in our series that I haven't yet named. So I'm hoping that you guys will help name that series. I may come up with a couple different versions and do a poll, or we may do a poll on the Discord and then let you guys choose amongst which ones to call that series. Because, you know, we have our community videos, we have our story videos, our lore videos. This would just be another one of those series that separates itself from those. I also want to know, like, kind of not only the mentality of the characters themselves, but the actions behind their motivations, and why the villains do what they do. Like, it's easy to have like a base idea or understanding of a character like Nightmare or even Algol. We just given what's presented to us, and we can't really veer out from that. Like, it's easy to say, like, oh, your son died, you want to live forever, you want to bring your son back, that's your motivation. But there's usually a lot more nuance to it than that. And I didn't know if you guys wanted me to go into that either, just give you my opinions based on maybe what I would do in that situation, or why I think they push themselves to do those kind of things. Because obviously there's a lot of, I don't want to say villainous characters, but they're definitely not the heroes or the protagonists of the story. They're definitely antagonists. Like, even the Blades and their shepherds, like, the motivations for that are weird, because if they're the amalgamated wills of everything, of all the souls that were like corrupted by Soul Edge, you would think that they would still have their own kind of personality, and it seems that that is the case, but it also seems that they're subdued and they're just pretty much just following Nightmare because he's the current wielder of Soul Edge. So I don't know, like, where we could go from that. I'd have to write something up and really take a deep dive and look into it. I'm just giving you a few examples of what may come from these like series, but I'm also interested in what you guys think about that. So in the comment section down below, I want you guys to give me some, not so much ideas, but what would you like to see out of these opinion pieces? Like, you guys that are actually a part of the community, what do you want to see my opinion on? Do you want to hear my opinion on, like, characters or the future of the series, or anything that's akin to that? Because I've gave some sort of speculation in the past, but I haven't really gone into details on what I think about any of those subjects. But I want to hear from you guys what you actually want to hear or see. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones watching the videos, and I can talk till I'm blue in the face about whatever subject I want, about whatever topic that I want to talk about. But unless you guys actually want to hear it or listen to it, then there's kind of no point in actually going into that. So that's something that I want to hear from you guys, especially in the comment section down below, or on the community tab, or in the Discord, on Twitter. There's any number of ways that you can reach out. Just do so and let me know specifically what is something that you've always wanted my opinion on, or wondered that my thoughts were about a certain thing or character or situation, or anything that has to do with Soul Calibur as a franchise whatsoever. I know we've done like polls in the past and stuff like that, but has my opinion changed? Who knows? There's any number of things that we can go into and talk about. The sky's the limit when it comes to this stuff, but I just want to know exactly what you guys like want to see produced, and maybe we can do polls based on this kind of stuff, or maybe I could just wing it and make a bunch of videos and see how they land. Either or, I'm fine with any of that. I just want feedback from you guys. So maybe we'll even do a community video based on that. Like, we'll take all the answers from this, and maybe even something from like the Discord and stuff, and I'll kind of go over them and see if there's a consensus among you guys about specifically something that you want to see, or something like that. But like you guys know, any and all thoughts are always welcome in the comment section down below, as well as on my Discord, which there's a link for in my description box down below. You'll also find a bunch of other affiliated channels in there, and whenever I have any links or anything like that. So the description box is pretty important, so check it out if you do watch this video. I would always appreciate a like, but obviously, like, if somebody didn't like the video, then you don't have to like it. And with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and bring it to a close right here. But as I always want to say, thank you to all the new subscribers that have joined recently. I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.